Welcome to Boise, Idaho, where fans describe a home game in one way. We get them on the blue, and that typically means trouble for anyone who tangles with the Boise State Broncos. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Nevada Wolfpack, taking on a fellow Mountain West foe, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Broncos will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So Nevada's offense takes the field for the first time today. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys. It is crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Lewis to throw. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Nevada will be forced to punt. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So the Boise State Broncos offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
The Broncos moving quickly to the line. They knock him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
And the Broncos pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Boise State.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And he did get that extra point through, no problem with the frozen tundra beneath him. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Lewis wants to pass. Looking for a big gain. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Man, what a nice play in the passing game there. We were all in the car driving over here together in the snow, and we were wondering, is anybody going to be able to even complete a pass in these conditions? Well, I guess we just got our answer there. It's not easy, man. As a quarterback, the ball is slippery, and for receivers or anybody running routes, it's hard to get in and out of breaks, but they might have been throwing that ball in Miami. I mean, that looked beautiful and on time.
The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the pass. Defense.
Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quick strike complete. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point splits the upright. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Broncos look to keep this drive humming. Might as well give it to him again. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the entire playbook is wide open on 2nd and short like this. Looking to scramble. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. The Broncos get it past the sticks.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
And right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can... Successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. To the air, it's Nelson. Feeling some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback started taking a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Looking for space. It's Genty. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on third down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Broncos look to do some damage in the red zone. They'll give it to the back. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll go right back to it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Ball is spotted at the 2. They can get a first down without getting a touch. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Broncos. Getting set for the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that was a methodical 17-play drive for the touchdown. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fielded in the end zone. It's Robinson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. And down he goes back at the 3. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Delay of game. Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical. And slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Coming after him. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. To the air. It's Nelson. He makes the connection.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Using the quick game. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And the try is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
That keeps the score. Boise State, 14, Nevada, 7.
Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. Makes the grab on the left.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage. And one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Henry. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. He leaves it with the back. Running with power. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just a straight passing game.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Lewis to throw. They're bringing heat. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It is perfect.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. On the move at the 30. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the 1st down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
On 4th down, going to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's right on target. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And he missed it. No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise we saw just that in the 1st half today.
Nevada set to kick off to start the 3rd quarter. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Boise State ready to send out that offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the 2nd half.
Back to throw, it's Nelson. Caught. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Genty. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
Man, it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Unleashes one. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. He's got his man. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. The Broncos have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback checking the play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Broncos!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Off play action on 1st down. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offense, a sack. Now it's 2nd down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. The throw. Back open in the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The offense set for a 1st down play. Finds a crease at the 20. Push down for the tackle. And the Broncos will hustle to the line. Power football with the run. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
That is a beautiful throw. We were all talking coming into this game. We weren't sure if anyone was going to be able to complete a pass because of these conditions. And as a quarterback, when you're throwing in the snow, the ball's slick. Anyone running the route, it's hard to get in and out of breaks. But those two guys were on the same page right there, coming up with a huge play in the inclement weather.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. They'll try the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
2nd down coming up. Looking for a man. It's Nelson. Get it out on the screen. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Touchdown, Boise State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job, you got points, now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Wants to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Here's the handoff. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a...
And it's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
On the double.
That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. This Nevada offense really has it going. The corners are walked up tight. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Nevada! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
Lining up to add another. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
Outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Offense set on first down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Now on second down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. Fires left. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Line gets set, first down. He'll start this drive firing. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way. Here comes the offense on first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Broncos getting set on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. And the Broncos will call on their punt team. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. Lewis wants to pass. And it's picked off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. First down for this offense. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback